Michael, you know, that being simple mantric babas like me and Deva, we don't really have any knowledge of how the mantras actually affect people. We just know they do, and like also for me with this recent heart operation, the mantras and the love that I received through so many people chanting for me was an obvious part of my healing, you know. So, you know, we've been enjoying talking to people like yourself who has more understanding and more information than we have, and so we just thought it would be nice to talk a little about that, you know, and if you could throw any light, because you know the thing is, because there's such a deep connection, we know that there's no end to learning what these mantras can do. So whatever light you can throw on it all, well, it's better, you know, of course it helps us to share them in a more pristine way, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's my pleasure to share with you what I've learned, and I would have to say, as part of what I've learned is that my experience has taught me as much as any book. But I have learned to make use of both and to support what I've experienced. But frankly, I think all of us know that when we have a deep experience in particular, we don't need somebody to prove it to us. We don't necessarily even need science for things that are profound. Though we can make use of science and it has a role, I think the ultimate question is, you know, what are we striving for? Why are we here? Why do we even have the challenges that we face? And why does soothing, why is that important for us? And what are the different ways we get soothed? And mantra, as something that I first experienced about 20 years ago when I really started to question what I had been learning in my medical training, learning things that didn't always make sense to me, didn't always bear out in practice, and just left me feeling a little wanting, a little short of a complete understanding. And it was not only in my professional life that I had those questions, but it was in my personal life as well. And I was fortunate to have the opportunity to go back to school to study integrative medicine, holistic medicine, if you will, to learn about traditions and other practices all around the world. And a lot of dots got connected when I started to explore beyond the conventional knowledge base that really is the establishment of our modern Western culture in particular. It's not to throw it all out, but it's to broaden the understanding and then to make use of that understanding to soothe ourselves so that our lives are more full and more complete, which to me has become my new definition of health, is really that experience that we have, so that at the end of our lives, whenever that is, we can look back at it and say, that was a good one. So I'm happy to share what I've learned because it made a difference in my life. And I know when I speak to people directly who come to me often with a medical question, when I could help them see the bigger picture and the context of their lives in such a way, it helps. And that's what my personal mission is to help people.
Mm.